the third big city after Casablanca and Rabat. 1,250,000 people. More than 45% of those population are living in Medina. I mean in the one we are going sightseeing this morning. And they are working in the co-op. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, Fez is the capital of the handicraft in this country, between Marrakesh south and Tangier north. And the people are working here in those co-op. They are created in the beginning of our French independence in 1956. We bring all the children, they don't go to school, we bring them in those co-op and we teach them how to make something. They go up there when they are 16 or 20 years old, they make an honest living. Soon we are going to leave, ladies and gentlemen, the new town, and we are going through to the middle town. The middle town, he will give you also an idea about the Andalusian style. Andalusian are the people come down from south of Spain living in Fez.
Are you filming right now?
Andalusians and the Arabs, Berbers, all together are living in Morocco now, and also they are living in Fez.
She's the bag lady.
Among the beautiful things we are going to see, ladies and gentlemen, the madrasa. Madrasa used to be as the dormitories of university. The students are coming down from different parts of Morocco studying the mathematics and the literature. And also the Moulay Idris II, the founder of Fez in 9th century, and the Kawian University, the one I told you about, considered like the oldest Medina in whole. The palace in Fez is 90 acres large, is normally the king stays. In front of you, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the 7 doors. The king's palace doors are in front of us. The palace is originally from 14th century, has been recently redone by the present King Hassan Majesty in 1968. By the occasion, we will see, ladies and gentlemen, the artist who done the doors of King's Palace is the one who is allowed to go inside the madrasa, mosques, I mean monuments, pick up the design from the plaster and the cedar wood carving and put them in chisel and engraved work in brass and copper. Just in the right hand side here, you can see the walls around this area. The one I told you separate. We are living now. We live the 20th century, and we are going now through to the 14th century. The Andalusia style, represented by those balconies just in front of us.
They're polishing the brass.
Look at Vincent. Look at Vincent.
Look at our Shali Baba. Vincent Shali
Hello, postcards. Nice. Let me.
And up. وتر كمل والله زي البوست فهمنا Look at that, Frank. The two midnight flowers, you're going to see them here from the mosque. Alex, please, watch out. and gentlemen, in Madrasa. Madrasa in Arabic classical language means dormitories of university. The students, they sleep there and they make their ablution on this fountain before going there for prayer. Mosque. This madrasa is originally from 14th century, and you can see here the old walls are decorated by two Arabic words on plaster and ceramic. And as you know, in Arabic language we start from right to the left. Yes? This is what we call musharabia. Musharabia used to be in the harem. Many wives, they stand behind and they look between the holes. The people are coming to see their husband and they don't be seen. I'm talking about the past. Even by the law now, Islamic law, we are allowed to get married with 4 wives. But the young generation, we consider that 4 wives are 4 problems. It will be enough to have one, I think. That's why we are happy only with one. Because, you know, we have to buy the presents. We have also to give the dowry, and also gold belt. You know the belt? Gold one. Yes, the man. Oh, the man who buy that and he give it to the woman. That's why we are interested about the small size, because the gold is very expensive.
The bigger the wife, the more you have to pay.
Yeah. This is not anymore university, as I told you, is a mosque now. The mosque, you know, for praying. As you trip this morning, the other ones, they are from 9th century, like the university, the one I told you about. So these, I told you also about the restoration. They try to do the same work on the cedar wood carving, plaster and ceramic.
Attention.
Allez vite. We'll have the first contact with the handicraft here in Fez. And to explain that the handicraft here goes from father to son. Yes? The father on the picture here is the one who his son is also allowed to go inside the madrasa where we have been, take off the design from the walls and put them on the chisel and engrave work by this piece of iron. Look at this design, please. When he finished this one, he spent about 2 days. He transformed like that. Only by memory, without pattern. As you can see him working. So, this is, if some of you remember, the King's Palace doors design. Look at it. And this is the Arabic writing we have seen just in the mosque now, from right to the left. Oh, but the occasion come here. This is the in chisel, ladies and gentlemen. Look how beautiful design. This is the ceiling of the King's Palace. The Karawian University. So, the people will be interested to have souvenirs from here. I must tell you something very important. That's in the co-op, the prices are fixed. Fixed means for Americans, for Moroccan, for Italian, for everybody. The price are here. 170 dirhams, this size. 170, you have a 10% on, the 10% discount. Means only 150 dirhams is $18 or 12 pounds. Means also they accept here the international money, except the communism one. Communism, we don't accept that. But we accept the whole money, pesetas, dollars, pounds, everything. Also they accept the plastic money.
Solid brass.
Yes, yes. And also something very important, the woman who have a brass or copper at home, you can clean it only by lemon juice or tomato juice. Don't use any powder, because the powder here goes between the design and leave them black. That's the way we do at home. You understand? Lemon juice or tomato juice. So 150 dirhams, 135 dirhams, 100 dirhams, and 80 dirhams. Look at the behind, the coffee table with the cedar wood legs. The coffee table with cedar wood legs, we do international shipments until your door home. You give only your address, then the co-op he charge for the shipment. If you don't want to carry it with, cost 900 dirhams. 900 dirhams.
Market, have it ground, and then the flour comes out in and really delicious bread.
Must be. Freshly baked, no preservatives, right?
No, they buy the grains from here to the mill, to the bakery, to the deli.
That's why you're so healthy, right?
Look at the walls. The holes were put there for scaffolding, you know, when they were building up. And also another thing they use the good for, they let the water when it rains get through, and it keeps the air going through so they won't crumble. It's only adobe and pebbles, you know. And those are the original walls.
The original?
The original walls, about over 1,000 years old. 1,000 years old. 1,000 years old. Oh, with the around the palaces they did. Yeah, we'll see what the thickness. They even wrote horses brought up there. Some of the walls increased.
We gotta make more donkeys.
No, we haven't noticed them yet. We see them when we come in.
Okay, boys, take it.
That's right.
Coming down here, doing business in Medina, they are living above. We still use the hotel for people who don't have too much money. Yes? I will probably work for next tour. Probably work.
No.
I know. That's the way it goes. Lovely one. Got them. How much? This for men. This for women? Yeah, sure. Because it's open. It's open. You make hers. You make hers. But it is. And same price I need you for this. Thank you. Welcome. How much you give me for jalaba? How much? No? No. One. Video. Video. How much? No, how much? Yeah, it's right there. How much you charge for this? How much you need for the thing? Believe me, very much. I have company.
Hey, good drive. It's almost traffic here.
For you, I have a big one. Wait. How much do you want? How much do you want?
Like cake to go shopping with people.
How much? For what? This one? What is it?
يعطيها معايا وتسلمها هي. سلام. السلام عليكم. ديروا مع هذاك
He's causing all the problems.
Może płota nie trochę. Ona by co robiła, że nie ma.
Oh, you think you're fine?
Stand on this side, the people passing. Stand over there.
And it's the woman who had to make the tour. 24 hours per each. Not to be in bed for 24 hours otherwise you wouldn't be there. 24 hours to take care of the husband. By the way, did you satisfy for what you said?
That's our sheik.
I don't like my wife.
I like your wife. But all what you need, all what you need, just a couple of months to drop or drink, and then you like it's nice and aphrodisiac. Well, of course, 4 wives is too much. It's too much. It should be the opposite way. The lady should have 4 husbands. Right. Because we only have one heart, and we can't divide the hearts by 4. There's no way. So one husband, one wife, it's enough. But of course, today we're still allowed by our religion to have 4 wives. It's the maximum. But if anybody wants to have 4 wives, you must have 4 different houses. And it's the man who had to make the tour, 24 hours for each. Not the women like before. So really like getting very hot and very expensive. 1 is enough.
Are you married?
You don't marry?
Married?
Yes. Oh.
How many?
Because I only have 1.
Smart man.
I'm still very happy with 1 because 1 is enough. It's even more than enough.
Okay, now.
Well, of course, just after we've had our independence on 1956, it's almost 30 years ago, that this house was transferred as a cooperative, which means community of 1,300 women. They all made their purpose at home, and they bring them to be exhibited by the intermediary of the government. First inhabited people in Morocco. Arabs are the people came from the Middle East. know, please, Berber language is only spoken, not written. Because we have almost 128 different tribes. So different tribes, different dialects of Berber that is spoken but not written. Well, that's why, please, we do have two different workmanship. We have what we call Berber carpets and Arab carpets. In general, we have four different types. Berbers, that ones comes always with natural colors background, like a white sheep wool, black sheep wool, and a camel wool. And as designs on, it represents the Berber tattoos with the Berber ladies put in their faces, sometimes in hands. Do you know, please, why they put these tattoos? Have you seen the Berber ladies? So do you know why they put them? No? To identify the tribes. Second type is the Arab carpet, and it's what we call royal carpets. Why we call them royals? Because those carpets were invented at the beginning of 18th century by the Arab ladies coming from the Middle East, especially for the king's palaces. I mean, it's only king's families who could have this kind of carpet in the olden days. And it's the thing you could find everywhere you go in Morocco, like big Hiltons, hotels, mosques, and so on. It always comes with a border background and a center flower, sometimes with a mihrab. Mihrab, it means the direction of Mecca. That comes, please, the third type, like this beautiful pink one with this lovely piece over there, and it's what we call Fez extra superior carpet. Well, of course, Fez carpet is the last creation in Fez, Morocco. Why only in Fez, not in all over Morocco? Because as you know, please, Fez is the capital of the handicrafts of Morocco, and it's what we call the copy of the Persian carpets. Because as you know, please, Khomeini has already stopped all the ladies to don't make any more Persian carpets. All what they have to do is to go to the mosque, cry, and take care of their homes. That's why our professional ladies, they have created this last creation to equal the Persian knots. Not as a quality, but as numbers of knots. Because Persian carpets are wool based on cotton or woolen silk based on cotton. Fez carpets are 100% wool. That is wool based on a wool. It's not Moroccan wool, it's imported from Australia. Well, I do not mean that in Morocco we don't have good wool. Yes, we do have good wool, but we don't have good machines to make such finer wool. That's why it's imported from Australia. Merino wool. I guess you know about the merino wool. Well, of course, the poor ladies who make such beautiful carpets, they must be very careful, they must pay a lot of patience, and they must have very, very smooth fingers to work the wool on a wool. Otherwise, if ever the wool cut up, the whole carpet must be written again. And it's the hardest work exists these days. That's how you could vacuum yourself. Super carpets. The best of the best. That's how you call it, please, super duper. Well, then you have these plants. They let them to be dry for a couple of weeks, and that's how they search them and afresh them to make vegetable dyes orange. So they keep the dyes and they choose the best wool on the best season. Well, of course, the young girls start making her own carpets until she get married. And she represents that carpet to the family of the husband. And with that carpet, the lady could be judged if she could be comfortable for the situation of the family of the husband or not. I mean, if she's a really hard worker or not. Sometimes you might find a love story of a carpet whatsoever, because at the main time, once after the guest comes at home, they all sit around in the middle of the house. Immediately the ladies go into their rooms, they shut the doors, and that's how they watch from the windows. Sometimes it happens that a lady gets in love of a guy just by looking from the window. That makes your trip really worth it. Because of course those things back home, they worth almost 3-4 times price if you're lucky to find some of these qualities. But of course, we do have back home, in England, in Australia, in America, in England, and all over the world, what we call in Morocco, the exploitation-made carpets. I mean, the thing that our country affords is to export to the other countries. Otherwise, the locals made carpets, we do not have even enough for ourselves, and not to export to other countries. But of course, later on we're going to have a little demonstration, and at the same time I will show you the difference between the exploitation-made carpets and the locals-made carpets. But of course, something that is very, very important, that as far as we know, the majority of the people come over to Morocco, they come hardly with no intention of buying a carpet. But as soon as they get here, they find beautiful pieces and cheap, since they price them home, and they know how much fortune they cost back there. And that's how it happens to get it tempted. Otherwise, they do have two reasons to that stop them to don't buy. First, they can't carry them, and the second, they can't pay the whole lot in cash right here. So that's what I have, charge for the shipping to all over the world. I mean, you can only give us your address in a capital letters, and at the same time, so we give you a receipt written in English with the whole details concerning the purpose, the payment, how it's done, and the shipping, how long time it takes from here to your home door. And at the same time, we're obliged by the government to oblige our players to put their signature on the back of the purpose. Like this, once you receive it, well, of course, you're not going to tell me it's not mine. Yes, it is yours because you're the one who signed it on the back. Question of payment, you have a large facilities. You could use traveling checks, or checks, credit cards, or if you have a nature of that, you could just put down payments as deposit, and the balance you could send us from home as international money order or certificate check. Well, what I mean by deposit, well, of course, we only do these facilities of payment to the people who doesn't carry a lot of dirhams or they don't have a plastic money with. Otherwise, once you give a deposit, we do not send the goals until you send us the balance. What is fair is fair. I would like to let you know that this before anybody...
Yeah, I know.
Wallet's bit. Watch one. For you, the gondola big enough? Have you seen the power?
the game. He's looking for me.
احنا خليهم قاعد على السلطان لا خليهم قاعد اي حاجه
We'll have about $5 here. Pretty well.
Look at that. Look at
These kids tell us, now you go on the bus, these kids don't be able to go missing. Oh, you have today. أنا عشان طلع عزتني وهو جمعها هو ما معكم They told me that they're going. Hello, $1. Thank you. Hello, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very
Well, I started out by that dinner restaurant down there with wow, you see that white tower? Yeah. Started out down there, we walked all the way down to here.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh no!
Hey, that's a nice picture. I'll catch another one. How do you feel?
Oh, it's cool. It really is.